Hello everyone, it's Small Farmer 6710. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to episode 4 on building the 40-foot diorama. So continuing off from last episode, episode 3, I ended off at the village. But I also did a live stream with Daniel in between of updating you. So I'm going to leave off from the live stream. If you want to see bits what we done in the live stream, it's just there on the channel. But now in this episode, we're going to be focusing on the dairy farm and a few other things as well, but mainly focusing around the dairy farm. And yeah, I'm about to lay the cement for the dairy farm, but I'm going to show you a few other things that has been happening as well, and plans like that. So let's get into it, guys. So there's the dairy farm. I won't get into it at the minute now, but I'll just start over here. So you may remember there was no road here, so I have the road all here now. I need to do the road markings. That's a bit of a tedious job, but I got the road and the tarmac car parks here. And a few of you guys said a lot of names for the village and stuff like that. And a few people said maybe a B&B. I think that the B&B was quite a good idea. Might have a B&B up on the second story of the building, and then maybe a pub or a restaurant down below. But a chipper would look nice, and someone said it'd be cool to have the contractors maybe parked in at the chipper after a long day's work, which is quite relatable. It's quite relatable for me. And then you had the churches there. I need to do a bit of work on that, obviously. It's just a bare shell at the moment. But there's going to be a field here, probably a hay field or a grazing field. And then there, that field at the back is going to be a big tillage field, which is good because it's right beside the digester plant. I need to do a big fence, industrial fence around the digester there. Kind of like similar to what was on the New Holland dealership, a fence like that, kind of like an industrial fence. I need to have a weigh bridge here, and as you see here, I have a tank and I have a digester as well. So thanks to my friend Owen and Killian, I was able to buy the tank off him, and also I got a feeder wagon off Owen there, and I just took the chassis off. And now I'm going to use it as a digester, so quite easier than making one, and it looks as good. But yeah, all the pits are there and everything's all concreted down. I had to sand it down, so it's quite smooth. But I might scatter a bit of dirt here and there to make it look a bit nice and look like it's worked. But yeah, that's about it over there. I also got the track done there. So it looks quite good, and the walls and all look excellent. But yeah, over here in the dairy farm, quite exciting. Can't wait to finish get started on the dairy farm. I mean, it's already started. I have all the sheds built. Well, they're not fully done, but you know what I mean. All the bases and they're all started. But yeah, I'll just give you a show of what's happening here. So there's going to be, this is the big dairy, the livestock shed really, designated for livestock, and it includes the dairy, the milking parlour, the calving pens, and the cubicle shed as well. So at the front here there's going to be a 6-unit dairy master. So I think Ryan Williamson is going to be building that for me. It's going to look really good now. He's done a few dairy masters before and they look excellent. And then here's going to be a cubicle, well, a slatted unit outside for feeding, and it's going to be a big feeding barrier all alongside there. And then there's going to be a passage, you can see the line there. There's going to be a passage there for your feeder wagon to go down and feed the cattle. And then I need to take down this, need to take down that wall there and move her there to the back, as the cattle are going to be coming in to sit down for the night. And then obviously your milking or the scraper tractor will come in the middle and scrape down the aisle, and then move it onto the slats. So that's the idea there. I think it's quite well laid out. And then the milking tank, your dairy master tank, is going to be there for your milk, and then it's easy access for your milk lorry to come in and back up to it. And then at the back there is going to be your calving pens, which is quite handy as well, as a lot of the time you'd be feeding the cows milk, and you can just get the milk from the milk tank and then bring it over to the calves there, which is handy, and you quite see it in a lot of farms. Then here, the silage pit, it's quite a massive silage pit now, which is suitable, as these are going to be quite big dairy farmers. I know they're having a 6 unit, but I might see if there's an 8 unit, but it's still going to look the job. But yeah, this pit's going to be for first, second and third cut, so they want a big pit anyway. And it's going to be an indoor silage pit, as I never really seen indoor silage pits. And it's also a different style, as you're entering with your tractor and trailer from the side, so it's quite different in that aspect. But yeah, it's going to be an indoor silage pit, and the walls are quite high, which is what you want. But yeah, that's the story there. I'm going to make sure you can take off the roof as well, so you can look into it. But yeah, let me know what you think about that, guys, an indoor silage pit. And you can also park your machinery and stuff in it during the summertime and springtime as well. Then this here is going to be a big it's a 3-bay machinery shed. I was going to have a 4-bay, but I said I'd do a 3-bay. And then this side here, I need to put a wall there to have this as your mechanic workshop there. And then the rest is going to be trailer parks, and it's going to look a bit scruffy, as for the storyline have plans for that, but you'll see in the future. But yeah, there's going to be like trailer parks. I'm not sure if I said, but these are going to be contractors as well. So I know there's contractors over here, but there's going to be contractors here as well. Not as big, but you'll see in a few weeks' time when I'll be revealing all the machinery. But yeah, for now, guys, I'm going to start concreting the yard. I have a bit of concrete here. It's all mixed, and I'm going to lay it all down. And then when it's done, it should look like this here. So yeah, quite excited to start on it, and let's get into it. I might do a time lapse.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
So yeah, after just seeing a time lapse there, guys, of laying down the cement, and yeah, it turned out quite well. Quite happy with how it came up here. Just obviously needs to dry up. Looks quite messy at the moment there, but it should end up like that when it's fully dry. And just give it a sanding down, and it'll make it nice and smooth. And I just had to make a tick up against the edges here, just so it goes up in line with the pit, and same with the feed barrier here. But yeah, quite happy with it. And you might be wondering what I'm doing for this part here. I'm just going to put down the layer of gravel just to make it look like as some farmyards, they're not all 100% gravelled down or cemented down. So I'm just going to add this part here, gravel, and I might put a shed there. So but yeah, I'm going to get that now. It's not going to be, it's kind of going to be similar to this here, but not as, that's kind of like dirt, whereas I want some like a bit of a gravel colour. So I'm going to mix a bit of dirt and gravel just to make it look like the gravel isn't brand new. But yeah, that's going to hopefully look well, and I'll layer down the PVA. I've done it before, so I don't think I'll do a time lapse of this one. So it's a week later. There has been a severe amount of progress, simply because I'm waiting on things to arrive, like the back scenery and some tillage matting, which a few of you guys gave me places, but they only had one in stock or none at all. But I'll keep looking, and hopefully I'll find a place anyway. But I've been really just taking over, like doing stuff like these walls here and putting up fences, roads and things like that. Got this field down, and I've been doing bits on the yard here. So yeah, the concrete dried up quite well. It's still kind of dry and it's a bit mushy, but just give it a bit of drying. It was quite watery when I put it down, so that's probably why it's taken a long time. But I quite like this look. It's not look like a brand new concrete yard. It kind of looks a bit, aged in places, like the bits there where a bit of oil might have spilt. As this part here is the workshop, and yeah, this is the big machinery shed. I have the sheeting on. I'm going to paint it grey, and I have a rolling door on this side, which this is going to be the workshop. I need to put a dividing wall going along the side there, just to make it different from the rest of the shed. As the rest of the shed, these two bays are going to be all machinery. And then I'm kind of considering here putting a beet pad, as I might have these lads do a bit of beet for the cattle or selling on, so that might be interesting. And yeah, I got a bit of gravel down and stuff like that. I kind of mixed up concrete powder, dirt, a bit of sand as well, so it turned out quite well, and it's a bit different. And a bit of water from the cement spilled onto here, but actually doesn't look quite bad. Looks quite different. Makes it look a bit aged. But yeah, you may be wondering what's the plan for over here. So there's going to be 2 silage fields going here. It's quite a big area, so it's going to be quite some nice silage ground. But there's going to be a road going straight through it. So it's going to be continuing off from the back road there, going past the farm. And it's going to curve off and go up through that direction. And then there's going to be a junction, which will come out here, coming from the co-op or the quarry or the hardware store. And I'll continue out to the junction here, which will meet the road. Then there's going to be a silage field along this side of the road here, and then on the other side of the road there's going to be another big silage field, which will be the main silage field, I suppose. But rather than just putting down a standard grass mat and then saying it's done, I'm going to make it a bit different, and I'm going to use some styrofoam to make the hills and make a bit of scenery, which will be quite cool and be a bit different rather than just a standard flat field. Don't get me wrong, the flat fields, they are quite handy, and suppose it's not, you don't want to always have massive hilly fields, but it's kind of good to mix it up and have a bit of variety, I suppose. But yeah, I'm going to get cracking at that anyway. I might do a little time lapse of how I'm doing it, but I suppose I'm going to have it going up with the landscape, and sure look good, I hope. But yeah, it's coming all along good. So guys, have a good bit done now. So I have all the styrofoam all carved out, and I have the road going straight through the middle, as you can see. So it kind of makes a bit more sense now, rather than explaining it on the table with my hands. So you kind of know what's going on now. But yeah, I was kind of looking for going for this look where it's kind of like a valley type road. I mean, it's not massively high, but it makes a bit of a change as it's not flat. So yeah, the camera makes it look a bit smaller than it is, but if I just put the closest model to me, you can kind of see there how it looks in the scale with it. But yeah, there are going to be two silage fields, as you see here. I carved this one here. It's like a very steep up climb into the field, so that's cool, I guess. And yeah, I'm going to have the road coming straight out of here, but I'm not working on the co-op yet. It's mainly just these two fields here. But I'm going to get the road painted, and then I'll work on the fields. But yeah, that's what I have done now. Looking quite good and quite happy with it. Right everyone, a lot has changed and a lot of progress has been made. So most noticeable is over here, but a good bit over there as well. But yeah, I got all the grass and I got the verges all done. It looks really nice now. I'm very happy with it. A bit of flowers or a bit of rough weeds look cool along the bank, and obviously maybe a fence. I'll probably have a hedge actually going around the fields for the field boundary. But yeah, I have the road going through. That's all done. I need to do the verge along here, but yeah, all this here has to be worked on as well. I have started a shed for the co-op, so that's a part of it there. And also, speaking of sheds, have these sheds nearly done as well. Yeah, I have the roofs all done, and they're quite tall sheds now, so they are, especially the silage pit. It's as it's an indoor silage pit, you want enough height so you can tip up a trailer, as well as having the pit real high for whatever machine is pushing it up. So that's hence why it's very tall. And kind of same with the sheds here, they're just in conjunction, they line up well with the silage pit there. And then the machinery shed is a normal size shed for machinery. And you get the galvanized sheeting on. This shed here, the cattle shed, needs a lot more work now, especially on the inside where I have to do the milking parlour, and also I have to do the feed barrier going right across the slats there. Also need to do the cubicles, which not that hard as I'm just using cubicles here. These cubicles from Kids Globe, I have them since I was very young, and I'm just going to paint the wood part of it grey to match with the concrete. And I need to put calving pens in there, milk tank there, but the milking parlour will probably take the longest, but however. But yeah, that's about it there. Have back scenery ordered, so that should be here by next episode. All going well, fingers crossed. And I have stuff for hedges ordered as well, which, as you see, if I had the hedges on the farm, it'd make a big difference. And same with the back scenery. I'd I'd be well with that. And also, at the moment I'm going to be doing the field or the boundary around the BGA there, AD plant, the fencing around there. But yeah, that's about it there, guys. In the next clip you should see the sheeting done on one of the sheds and painted up. And yeah, it's all going well, thankfully. So guys, a lot has been done since the last clip. A lot done on the dairy farm, which I'll get to in a minute. But we have a new shed here on the contractor's farm, Contractors Yard, and it's kindly sent out by Morris Models. Daniel at Morris Models, he built this shed and sent it out to me there. It came there just before recording this video, so just in time for going out in this video. But I just want to really say about this shed, it's really detailed, and just look at it, like it's a lot better than my sheds that I can make. I'll just show you inside here. The detail is really impressive, so it is. And have the timber beams going across to support the real shed, to support the shed. But it really looks like a real shed, very good replica of a real shed, so it is. And I believe the beams and the half moons or the Dutch circle is 3D printed, so it's really to high quality, and has the Kelly's of Portlease sticker on the front of the shed there. And yeah, I went with this style of shed. I thought it would suit the contractor's yard, and it's a bit different as well, as there's two entrances, one there, and then there's like a 2-bay at the front, and then there's like a lean-to at the side there. So that's why I kind of went with that. But yeah, Daniel at Morris Models, he's going to be making sheds to sell, so if you'd like to get in touch with him, I'll leave the email right here. It'll pop up on the screen, and you can email him. He did say he's going to be making a Facebook page, so you can find him on that as well. But yeah, I'd really recommend it. Like, the quality is unreal for a really good diorama or a display that you would be building. And I suppose no shed will be out of his capabilities if you were to order one of a different size or style. So yeah, that's what I have to say about Morris Models. Please go check him out. So what I've done here on the dairy farm, not a major amount, but mainly, as you can see, I've done a bit of work on the sheds here. So I've done the half moons at the front here, the circles, semicircles. I've added Yorkshire boarding at the front here, which I ran out of. It's supposed to run across the whole way, but I don't have enough. But however, I'm going to add the roofs, of course, and I need to do the milking parlour, so there's a lot to be done here. But I want to show you the cubicles that I added. They're kids' globe cubicles that I took off my other shed from when I was young. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. I painted the floor of them to match with the floor of the shed, and they really suit the shed, so they do. Nothing wrong with them, and I think they look good. And there's like a space there which I think I'll add a drinker for the cattle, or even one of the scratch brushes that the cow can scratch their back on the side. Be quite cool. Painted the big machinery shed. There's a bit of a problem here, a bit of a flap, a bit of a bulge on the galvanized there, so I'll possibly have to replace that, as it doesn't look good beside the road. But everything else is quite good. I probably rust this shed up a bit, as it's going to be one of the older sheds of the three. And of course, I may have said, I'm going to be putting a beat pad here to mix things up a bit, and also it can be a trailer park at the same time. So yeah, that'd be quite cool, having a beat pad. And yeah, of course, you have your feed aisle along there. I concreted this here, so when you're milking parlour, you're milking, and then the cattle come in from the slats here, and then they come out, and then I'm going to have railing up across here, so that's their concrete pad, and then they're back into the field. So that's my idea there, and that's going to bring us to the end of the video. So hopefully you enjoyed, guys. It's a lot done in this video, and hopefully maybe next episode might be the last episode. I'll see how it comes. with how long I'm building, how long left I have building, but it's really not a lot left. I really need to get the tillage mats. I need to get the back scenery. That's the only thing that's slowing me down, and the hedges as well, and gates. But yeah, I need to finish the pub and the church over there, which it's won't take too long. But yeah, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. There's a lot of progress done this episode with the sheds and the dairy yard and laying the concrete and doing the fields as well, which I'm quite happy with. And if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below of what you'd like to see on the dairy farm, or maybe different things added, as it's still work in progress, so it's easier to make changes as I go along now. So hope to see you in the next video, guys, and see you again soon. Bye for now.